You're washing a cup in the sink. The water is warm. The room is quiet. Your phone buzzes with a notification you don't care about, and suddenly it hits you. Nothing is wrong, no crisis, no tragedy, no obvious reason. But inside, there's nothing, not sadness, not stress. Just a hollow, muted space where feeling should be. And the strangest part? Your life on paper looks fine. That's what makes this so unsettling. When something is broken, emptiness makes sense. But when everything is okay, emptiness feels like a glitch in the system. So let's go deeper, because this experience is far more common and far more meaningful than most people realize. First, understand this. Emptiness is not the same as sadness. Sadness has weight, texture, tears. Emptiness is emotional numbness. It's when the brain turns the volume down on feeling. Neuroscience shows that chronic stress, overstimulation, or unresolved emotion can push your nervous system into a low arousal state. Not fight, not flight, freeze. You're not hurting, you're offline. And modern life is very good at pushing that button. Constant dopamine hits, scrolling, streaming, snacking on stimulation all day long. When your reward system is always activated, it eventually blunts. The highs flatten, the lows disappear. You don't feel bad, you just don't feel much. What you experience as emptiness may be a nervous system that's exhausted from being entertained. But there's a deeper layer most people never connect. Some emptiness isn't about the present, it's about the past. If you grew up in an environment where emotions weren't mirrored, named, or safely held, you may have learned something subtle. Feelings don't go anywhere, so you stop visiting them. Attachment research shows that children who experience emotional neglect often become adults who function extremely well, while feeling strangely unreal inside. This is high-functioning emptiness. You perform, you achieve, you socialize. But internally, there's a sense of distance from your own life. Then there's identity. At different stages, we're supposed to try on roles, values, desires, and discard what doesn't fit. When that process gets interrupted by pressure, people-pleasing, or survival, you can end up with what psychologists call identity diffusion. You know what you do, you don't know who you are, and when there's no clear internal self organizing your choices, emptiness fills the gap. Now for the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes emptiness isn't a symptom, it's a signal. Viktor Frankl called it the existential vacuum, the feeling that emerges when life is full of activity but empty of meaning. Your brain is not broken. It may be asking a question you've been too busy to hear. And here's the twist. That hollow feeling might not mean something is wrong with you. It may mean something honest is waking up. Emptiness often appears when old sources of identity, motivation, or distraction stop working. When the noise fades, silence feels like a problem until you realize it's space. Space for values, space for choice, space for a self that hasn't been scripted yet. So let me ask you, when you feel empty, do you immediately try to fill it? Or do you ever listen to it? Because emptiness doesn't only show up when life is meaningless. It also shows up right before meaning changes. If this resonated, the next video explores another hidden psychological pattern that quietly shapes how you experience your life. You can find it here. And if you want to keep exploring the mind in this way, consider subscribing. It helps this channel keep turning complex inner experiences into stories that actually make sense.